What is up, sorcerers? Welcome back to Anime Taiyo. Season 3 is finally here, and the culling game is about to change everything. But before we watch Yuji and the gang enter the slaughterhouse, we need to look back. And I don't just mean at Yuji Itadori. To understand where we are going, we have to understand the tragedy of the strongest sorcerer alive. Today, we are doing a complete deep dive recap of Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, the hidden inventory arc, Season 1, and the devastating Shibuya incident. Warning: full spoilers for everything up to the start of Season 3. Let's expand your domain. Our story chronologically begins not with Yuji, but with Yuta Okotsu. Haunted by the cursed spirit of his childhood friend, Rika Orimoto, Yuta is a walking disaster. Rika is a special grade vengeful spirit, violently protecting Yuta from bullies. He is recruited to Tokyo Jujutsu High by Satoru Gojo, who sees Yuta's potential. Here, Yuta joins the second years. Maki Zenin, an outcast from a noble clan with no cursed energy but immense physical prowess. Toge Inumaki, a cursed speech user. And Panda, a mutated cursed corpse. The antagonist here is Suguru Geto, a curse user who wants to kill all non-sorcerers to create a paradise. He launches the night parade of 100 demons in Shinjuku and Kyoto as a distraction to isolate Yuta and steal Rika. In the climax, Yuta realizes that he cursed Rika, not the other way around. He promises his soul to her in exchange for full power, firing a beam of pure love that obliterates Geto's forces. Geto escapes, missing an arm, but is cornered by his former best friend, Satoru Gojo. They share a final, quiet moment before Gojo executes him. This moment is critical. Gojo doesn't just lose an enemy, he loses the only person who truly understood him. Now, let's rewind to 2006, the first arc of Season 2. This is arguably the most important context for the series. We meet a teenage Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto. Back then, they were a duo. Gojo was arrogant, while Geto was the moral compass, believing that the strong exist to protect the weak. They are assigned a critical mission by Master Tengen. Tengen is an immortal sorcerer who maintains the barriers that protect Jujutsu High and the sorcerer world. However, Tengen's immortality has a flaw. He does not stop aging. If he ages too much, he will evolve into a higher being that is no longer human, potentially becoming a threat to humanity. To prevent this evolution, Tengen must merge with a compatible human, known as a star plasma vessel, every 500 years to reset his body. The current vessel is a young girl named Riko Amanai. Gojo and Geto must protect Riko until the merger. However, a fanatical religious cult, the Time Vessel Association, wants to stop the merger to keep Tengen pure. They hire a sorcerer killer to take Riko out. Enter Toji Fushiguro. Toji is a tactical genius with zero cursed energy. He wears Gojo down over days, then ambushes them. Toji effectively kills Gojo by stabbing him through the throat and defeats Geto, shooting Riko in the head right before the merger can happen. Because Riko dies, the merger fails. This causes Master Tengen to begin evolving, a fact that becomes crucial later in the story. But Gojo doesn't stay dead. On the verge of death, he grasps the core of cursed energy, learns reverse curse technique to heal himself, and awakens as the Honored One. In a rematch, Gojo kills Toji with the legendary Hollow Purple. Before dying, Toji tells Gojo about his son, Megumi, who is being sold to the Zenin clan. While Gojo becomes the strongest alone, Geto begins to crumble. Seeing Riko die and the applause of the non-sorcerer cultists breaks him. After spiraling into depression, Geto decides that protecting non-sorcerers is pointless. He slaughters a village and defects, leading to the events of Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. This arc explains why Gojo is a teacher. He realized being the strongest isn't enough to save everyone. He needs to raise a generation of strong allies so he never has to be alone again. Fast forward to the present day, 2018, Yuji Itadori is a freak of nature with superhuman physical stats. After his grandfather dies, Yuji swallows a rotting finger, a special grade cursed object, to save his friends from a curse. The finger belongs to Ryomen Sukuna, the king of curses. Yuji becomes Sukuna's vessel but miraculously retains control. The higher ups want Yuji executed, but Gojo intervenes. The deal is simple: Yuji will eat all 20 fingers, then die, taking Sukuna with him. Yuji joins Jujutsu Hive with Megumi Fushiguro and Nobara Kugisaki. During season 1, the trio faces a special grade curse. Sukuna takes over, rips out Yuji's heart to hold him hostage, and kills Yuji. Sukuna eventually revives Yuji via a binding vow, the details of which Yuji forgets. Yuji then meets Mahito, a patch-faced curse born from humanity's hatred of each other. Mahito manipulates a bullied student, Junpei, eventually turning him into a transfigured monster in front of Yuji. This teaches Yuji that curses cannot be reasoned with. The season ends with the trio defeating 2 of the death painting wombs. It's a major level up for the students, ending with Yuji realizing he has killed living beings, not just curses. Meanwhile, the villains are plotting. Their goal is to seal Satoru Gojo. This is it. The Shibuya Incident. October 31st. The turning point of the series. The villains drop a curtain over Shibuya, trapping civilians to force Satoru Gojo to enter alone. Gojo dominates the disaster curses, but he is cornered by the civilians' presence. He uses a 0.2 second domain expansion to stun everyone without killing them. In that moment of exhaustion, the fake Geto appears. Gojo freezes. His 6 eyes tell him it's his best friend, but his soul knows it's a fake. That hesitation is enough. Gojo is sealed inside the prison realm. The fake Geto reveals his true identity. He is Kenjaku, an ancient sorcerer who swaps bodies by transplanting his brain. He has hijacked Geto's corpse. With Gojo gone, it's total war. Toji Fushiguro is accidentally brought back from the dead in his prime. He rampages, kills the special grade cursed Dagon, saves his son Megumi, and then commits suicide to avoid killing him. Then, the massacre begins. Yuji is force-fed over 10 fingers at once. Sukuna awakens. He fights Jogo, killing him, and then fights Mahoraga, Megumi's strongest summoner. To defeat Mahoraga, Sukuna casts Malevolent Shrine, reducing a massive radius of Shibuya to dust, killing thousands of civilians. The losses are heavy. Nanami Kento is blown apart by Mahito in front of Yuji. Nobara Kugisaki has her face touched by Mahito, and her status is left completely ambiguous. Yuji, mentally shattered by Sukuna's mass murder and his friends' deaths, faces Mahito one last time. With Todo's help, Yuji achieves a new mindset. He accepts his role as a cog in the machine to eradicate curses. He hunts Mahito down with terrifying coldness. Just as Yuji is about to kill Mahito, Kenjaku appears and absorbs him. Kenjaku reveals his master plan. He casts Idol Transfiguration remotely across Japan, awakening thousands of new sorcerers. He declares the beginning of the Culling Game, a survival of the fittest battle royale, to force humanity to evolve, intending to merge them with the now evolved Master Tengen. The season ends in a dark place. Tokyo is destroyed. Gojo is exiled from the Jujutsu world. Yuji is sentenced to death immediately, and the executioner appointed to kill Yuji is Yuta Okotsu. And that brings us to right now. Yuji is a fugitive with a kill order on his head. Megumi is searching for him. Nobara is MIA. Gojo is in a box. And Kenjaku has turned Japan into a battleground. The Culling Game isn't just a tournament. It's a ritual. If you thought Shibuya was dark, brace yourselves. Season 3 is going to be a bloodbath. If you found this recap helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to Anime Taiyo. Also comment if you want me to cover every episode of Season 3 as they drop. Who do you think will survive the Culling Game? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay cursed.